Hey guys, it's the Outcast here, and I just finished watching this Why the Sub-Rosa Clips Are a Problem from Richard Lewis. I kind of wanted to weigh in because he talks a lot about how a lot of these clips came from the Northern Arena LAN tournament that happened here in Toronto over the course of this weekend. And I was actually at that event, and so I thought maybe I could weigh in. I'm probably not going to help the situation, but I thought I would give my two sense because I was there all day on Friday, never moved from my spot, watched all the teams set up and tear down, and watched the whole process take place. And yeah, so anyway, I really wanted to watch Cloud9 play, so I showed up early. Um, I think I got there at like 9:45, 10 in the morning. They were supposed to play at 11. Their first match was against Ace Gaming, I believe. And they had about 45 minutes to set up. And when I first got there, I was I'd never been to like a big event before. I've been watching the scene for 10 years and I've never seen any of these people in person. So I'm getting there kind of thinking, weirded out about that and kind of like being a fanboy a little bit and thinking like this is going to be so weird. I'm going to get to see these guys in person. I'm going to get to watch them play in person. It's going to be so cool. And then they show up and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. And I quickly got over that and started like noticing that these guys have full access to the computer with no admin around. And I was okay. I was sitting directly behind Skadoodle, so I can't talk to how it went on the other side of the pit. There was a kind of a pit where one team was on the left side and one team was on the right side. I'm sure you'll see from the LAN. And so I was sat directly kind of behind Skadoodle, so I can't speak to how it went on the other side of the room. But for the side that we were on, um, it quickly became apparent to me that cheating is 100% possibility. Not saying it did happen, but it was definitely a possibility. Like I said, they got about 45 minutes of setup time. And of that 45 minutes, Skadoodle spent maybe 20 minutes actually warming up, and the rest of the time he spent on the internet downloading and installing shit. And I don't think Skadoodle cheats. I don't think anybody on Cloud9 cheats, and I don't think anybody thinks that anybody on Cloud9 cheats. But it was more what I was focusing on is the fact that he could be installing cheats and nobody would know. There was no admin. Nobody came by to say, "Hey, what are you doing?" Nobody came by to say, "Hey, what did you just install?" Um, they literally just showed up and were given complete and utter access and were just left to their own devices. So as cool as it was to watch, as fun as it was to watch, that's the one takeaway I definitely took from that event was holy shit, nobody's watching what's going on. They're plugging in all their own peripherals, they're downloading anything they want off the internet. Nobody's watching them, paying attention to what they're doing. And I'm 100, well, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing that it doesn't work that way at all of the events. Toronto is relatively new at hosting these bigger events, and yeah, so I mean, hopefully they figure that out, or hopefully that doesn't happen at other events like majors or anything like that. But that was my takeaway, that somebody could definitely cheat at that LAN if they wanted to. There's no question in my mind. So when it comes to the whole situation with Sub Rosa or Henny or any of these other guys that people are saying, oh, they're cheating at this LAN, it's a LAN, but they're cheating. I definitely support the notion that they could be cheating. I'm not saying that they were. I'm not saying anybody was, but they definitely could have, without question. That's all I wanted to say.